in my head.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, music is underrated in terms of how it affects the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
true.
that's just your opinion.
No, that's a good.
I said it's underrated.
It's
I said,
underrated.
well, people don't
Oh.
people don't
He was
think
agreeing
it
with you.
matters as much as it
Oh,
does.
okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Would
I
Initial
take that
D
back.
be that good if it had mediocre music? No.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit podcast. It's your favorite host with the most. I'm the bomb. And of course with me every week is Danny.
Hello.
And Nick.
I eagerly await your return to the pigsty.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You haven't seen Maid War?
No, I didn't finish it.
Kebi Maid War? Or whatever? Yeah.
Akiba made war.
Akiba? Akebi? I'm mixing up like 5 different names right now.
Akebi sailor uniform.
I haven't seen it apparently because I can't even name it.
Fake fan. Hey, speaking of Akiba made war, that's what we're talking about. It's fall season review. Let's go. Better late than
Finally.
never. Because we had holiday break and some other stuff and catching up on some things and some things and some things. Okay. So here's the fall review. Let us know your favorite shows. Actually, at the end of this episode, we got a few of you who listed some of your favorite shows in the participation channel. Actually, only a couple of you did, but we can definitely, go through those. But that being said, let's waste no time. Okay, just jump right into it. Links.animesummit.net. That's where you can find all the links where to listen and where to subscribe to and follow and all that good stuff. Okay. Also, my favorite link on there is a Discord. Join the Discord. Okay, Discord's really fun. Discord's fun. We hang out there. We talk. Share pictures of animals, share pictures of our food.
Play games.
Play games, talk about current anime, current manga, talk about movies, all that good stuff. And then, remember, we're having our live stream on September.
September. At least I know the months of the year, Sam.
We're having it September.
Would you still be my friend if I said September?
February 25th. We're just going to hang out. We're going to play games together. And then, do some Q&A stuff maybe. I got some giveaway stuff. I got some things to give away. I got a bunch of stuff already. So, it'll be fun. We're going to have a good time. And then also, next week, we're doing a show swap. Okay? So, the first season of Strike Witches, and I traded that to Nick, and then Nick traded me Kaiba. Okay? So, if you want to watch any of those shows while we do the show swap review, we're going to review both of those next week. If you've seen them, then good for you. And then if you want to watch any of those before
If you've seen both of them, then that's a rare breed.
that's what's up,
Those are opposite shows.
Right. But and also it's perfect too because our decade spotlight stuff, but which we're going to have to find a weird way to tackle just because, But anyway, that being said,
We'll do our decade spotlight when we get a Nintendo Switch 2. So maybe never.
Maybe never. But yeah. So if you want to do that, okay. Listener question of the week, Nick. Oh, and also patreon.com/anime summit. Give Honeybear more freckles. And make sure you become a patron so we can pay Honeybear because she needs more money to pay back Nick for all the stuff she threw out when cleaning out his garage. Okay, listener question of the week, Nick.
Okay, this is from Ed, and they say, what genre of anime needs a renaissance, a complete revamp, because this shit is stale?
Mecha!
Mecha. I mean, you know what? You're right.
Although,
I mean, we have Witch from Mercury. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I
But
mean-
there's a lot of other stuff, too.
yeah, Witch from Mercury is kind of pretty, because it's Gundam.
That's Gundam, though. Gundam is every year.
Yeah,
They
you-
have something every year.
You get a new Gundam thing, yeah, often, I guess. Well, and the mecha stuff we've gotten lately is it's just so
Darling in the Franks.
It's so Darling in the Franxx was good in my opinion, but the stuff we've gotten recently, like AM AMAME, I forgot how you say it, and I still
I
haven't.
think it's pronounced anime.
I haven't seen Megaton Musashi yet, so that could be good. And I've heard Muv Love Alternative is pretty fun to watch, I guess. So maybe, I don't know, maybe not Mecha. You know what? I would love to see...
Attack on Titan is Mecha, too. I say that every
Attack
time,
on
but it
Titan.
is.
I would like... Actually, you know what? Let's get another, space opera that's not like mecha, like Captain Harlock, like
Oh yeah, Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
yeah, let's get
I mean, they're doing the remake of it, but like a different one.
yeah. I would love to see something like that. That'd be cool. Or like let's get a proper adaptation of Maps. I would love to see Maps, which I did a Somcast on for you patrons who know. But yeah, dude. So yeah, what about you guys?
I mean, I think I'm with you, Sam, on the mecha. Like, I mean, it's not like my go-to genre and stuff, but I would like it to make me want to like big robot stuff.
Yeah.
And and I thought Mercury was gonna be that, but
It's Gundam.
it's literally just another big robot show.
Oh man, it's so much better than that though. We'll talk about that
It
later.
has girlies.
So,
But I
because
understand.
I can't
what you're
really
talking about.
really say, like, because I mean, romance used to be like that typical trope, like, are they gonna kiss and they end up holding hands.
But
Like,
it's evolved since
Yeah.
then, right?
oh yeah, it's like
Yeah.
modern shoujo has definitely like revamped over the years and stuff.
Yeah.
So
They still don't boink enough.
And I'm with you in that and saying like mecha needs to do the same. And one anime that kind of was doing that was Granbelm, and it went under the radar and nobody heard about it. And it also kind of got a little stale in the middle, and I think the ending was a little lackluster. Excuse me. But
That happens all the time.
But the mecha design in Granbelm was so good. It was unique, it was different, and but yeah. No, I'm with you, Danny. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
good answer.
Good answer.
I think we need to revamp the chainsaw genre. I signed the petition for it. I'm kidding. Shoot, I was gonna say something. Josei. We need more Josei.
What's Josei again?
Old lady anime.
Oh, okay. No, I'm with that.
It's like Shogunroku Rakugo Shinju. They just don't. It's just not a big market. Everything is shonen, so you're not really gonna make a lot
Oh,
of money.
okay.
on it.
Never mind. I'm not with it. I thought you meant like actual MILFs and stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm into that.
Well, I probably could have a minute, but it's written for old, decrepit 26-year-olds because they're Christmas kids.
26-year-old.
What the hell?
Absolutely disgusting.
Shriveled up, right? Shriveled
Yeah,
up.
shriveled and
up
dry.
26-year-olds.
Yeah, they're dry.
The
just
vagina
full of
is
dust.
like she opens her legs and
Yeah.
dust just poofs out.
Yeah, it's like Shadow's house, but with dust.
Me and Daddy are considered Obachans.
I don't know how you guys are still alive, to be honest. Anyway,
Me and Danny are in the restaurant.
Not me.
Me and Danny are in the restaurant, and I'm just like, she's just like, what? And I'm like, who? The nice young boy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
old stuff. Yeah, Josei Mecha, Hentai, does hentai count? Like, I want big budget hentai. That's not really anime, though, so most of it's fucking low budget crap. So, anyway.
yeah, I get you. I don't want to have to search. I don't want to have to like. It's weird because like, it sucks because like the hentais you do find that have like really nice production and actually like kind of like sexy story, it's always something not in your wheelhouse. It's like, oh, it's tentacle shit. I don't really want to watch that. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with tentacle stuff, but it's like it always happens to be something where it's like you don't want to watch. You're like, oh, all right, I don't really want. That sucks. That this animation.
There's
really
always
nice,
like,
but
everybody's getting beat up and like chopped up and shit.
yeah, it's like no, dude. Like, just give me some hot stuff that has good animation. All the hot.
Yeah, vanilla, please.
All the hot stuff that I want to watch is like really low budget and bad. It almost looks like I would rather watch Handshakers. Anyway.
Yeah, she's got some boobies and handshakers.
Nice question, Ed. Thank you for that one. Shout out Ed, one of the Anime Plummet hosts. And yeah, latest episode of Anime Plummet is now on Patreon, and it'll come out on in the public in the next actually this weekend, I believe. So yeah. And also, really quick, just want to say that you're probably hearing this on Saturday because it came out late. We announced it earlier this week, so I apologize for that. That was my bad. Scheduling issues. Had to fart. I farted earlier this week. Okay, sorry everybody. Sorry.
It's Honey Bear.
Don't
We didn't
do
pay
it
her.
again.
Honey Bear. Sorry.
Honey Bear is on a general strike.
She's mad right now. She's fat. All right. Waifu and husbando, Danny.
Waifu is the beloved.
None of us can talk.
Yeah, we're not doing very well.
We're not.
Let's bring it back. Bring it
Anyway,
back, Danny.
At least mine was a Japanese word.
Yeah.
Waifu is the beloved Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock.
Bocchi the goat.
Hell
And
yeah.
husbando is Denji from Chainsaw Man.
Oh, you're gonna piss off all the Aki stands.
Oh, you mean the rooster?
Yeah, the rooster.
All the
He's
Aki-
got
Rooster
the
head.
a hoge or whatever on his hair.
Aki Hayakawa. I mean, Denji is like, I just want, and really, like, I don't even see him really as, me personally, I don't really see him as a husbando. I more so see him as like a, bro, I want you to live with me, and I'll cook for you, I'll clean for you, I'll do your laundry, just want to take care of you. That's
What do you think about this? How about Jobco from Do It Yourself and Mob from Mob Psycho? They're both real young. What do you think about that?
Mob? Well, Mob, here's what I want to do with Mob, right? Mob comes, and I see Mob, and I'm like, listen, let me give you a job.
A job for Mob.
I'll take care of you. I just want
A
to take
Mob
care
job.
Mob and Denji.
How about this song for husbando Desmond from Spy Family? What do you think of that?
Who's Desmond again?
He's Anya's little friend.
Why do you keep
He's like 5.
Why do you keep picking children? What's wrong with you?
Because you keep saying everybody has. You gotta marry him. You don't gotta marry him. It's just the waifu husbando.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Denji right now.
All right.
Well, why are you mad? All right, touche. Listen, if you look at the mail list right now, that's the order we're going down in right now, okay? So if you got a problem with that, well, you can shut the fuck up. How about that? Okay? A lot of you probably, a lot of you funny guys in the YouTube comments probably going to be like, well, I didn't get to eat eggs for breakfast this morning. Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. How about that? Huh? How about next time you eat a banana with some oats? How about that? Huh? Balanced breakfast. Fucking idiot. Anyways.
Wait, eggs are really healthy though.
That's true.
If you
yeah.
have really high cholesterol, they're not.
They're not.
Oh yeah, they are. They still are.
Egg
Fake
whites
news.
are not the good
Nope,
stuff.
yolks are still good for you. That's bullshit. As a doctor,
You're not a doctor.
and instruct and implore
outta
everybody,
here.
including
You don't
everybody
have a-
with high
No,
cholesterol,
get
to
outta
eat lots
here.
of egg yolks.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you to do it. This is medical advice. Do it.
Don't listen to Nick.
No, it's real though. Look it up. Look it up. Egg yolks are healthy. They don't fuck up your cholesterol. You're all good.
This is
You're-
medical advice.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing about that, and then we're gonna move on. There is so much mixed reviews on eggs with high cholesterol. Some say that
sponsored
it's good
by the
for you,
sugar
and
companies,
some say that
probably.
it's that they're not good for you. So
So eat it and then go get your shit
To each
checked up
their
and see
own.
how it works. Anyway, this is now an egg podcast.
What I'm trying to say is,
So I've never mentioned eggs.
what I'm trying to say is, don't eat like fucking 4 eggs in the morning unless you're
that's fine.
Unless you're trying to
You'll be
bulk
fine.
up like a
Dude, Gaston ate 5 dozen eggs and he's the size of a barge.
dude. Okay, do you guys remember that Dr. 90210 show, the one of that reality show with the surgeon? He would boil a dozen eggs and eat them every morning, and then he would do like he would do like jujitsu for like 2 hours and then go to work. Like, why would you wake up 5 hours before going to work in the morning? Like some.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
that's kind of a lot.
what a
Yeah,
fucking weirdo.
yeah.
Anyway, what are you, some kind of morning person? Like a fucking weirdo? Fucking weirdo. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, first show on the list.
If you want to join Hustle University, you wake up at 2 a.m. just to grind.
Hustle University. Oh man, dude. Okay, Dude, Chainsaw Man, let's go, dude. Speaking of Denji, Chainsaw Man. Who watched Chainsaw Man?
I think we
Never
all
heard of
did.
it. Never heard of
I
it.
think we all did, right? And I
Crunchyroll didn't watch it.
Crunchyroll certainly didn't watch it.
They're disallowing fall anime from their awards.
Stupid.
So stupid.
We could.
I blame Japan.
We could spend a whole fucking thing talking about that. We got some fun things planned for the Summies and stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna
so-
make fun of them.
yeah.
We're gonna make fun of
We're gonna-
Crunchyroll
we're gonna
and
shit on
Japan
everyone.
as a whole, and the Japanese people, each and every.
No,
one
we're
of
not. Okay,
them.
we're not doing that. We're not doing
Just
that.
kidding.
Yeah,
That was a
don't-
little far.
Don't
Was that
listen
too far?
to that. Don't listen to Nick.
That was too far.
Nobody
Okay.
listen to Nick, please.
Dial it back.
Too far, Nick. Too far.
12 episodes.
Put a dollar. Put $1 in the too far jar.
Put a
In the
dollar.
too far jar. That's a good one. There's now $1 in the too far jar.
The Harmar Too Far Jar. Yeah, do the Studio Mappa, 12 episodes, okay? This is based on the manga by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Of course, this got a lot of hype, you know, when it was announced, and a lot of hype. Some might say that it was overhyped. Of course, you have a lot of the Mal review geniuses giving it, 1 out of 10 stars and things like that, whatever. Me, and I want to get my thoughts out of the way, because if I don't, I'll sit here and talk about it the whole episode, and I don't want to do that. The production was pretty decent. It was really nice, okay? It kind of...
I will agree with that.
Yeah, it prided itself on, having a lot of nice production, a lot of nice animation. It had this, cool thing where, it had 12 different end themes and ending animations.
Every anime should do that. That'd be sweet.
God, it's just so wild.
It's expensive though.
Because it wasn't just the different songs. It was a different animation each ending.
It was different songs and animation.
Yeah, yep. And so, Satomu Matsuhara was the chief animation director, and I think they've done a lot of stuff at Mappa. And they've done a lot of key animation for Anohana and Bakemono, and they were an animation director for Fire Force and stuff. So it was very cool to see them kind of, take a look at everything and kind of take in some of the best stuff that they've worked on and look over things that some of these key animators were working on. We also had, Yamashita board the opening, and the opening was one of the coolest fucking things about it. The opening had all these, not only was the song cool, but, it just had these really cool camera angles. It had these callbacks to these really, really iconic films, and it was really funny. And I think one of my complaints that you heard me say on the podcast before was it was not being executed properly, or the themes were not being shown properly in the show as it was in the manga. And, as I got to think, you have to excuse me clearing my throat every fucking 5 minutes, because my throat has been feeling goofy this past week. But, the themes in the manga, it's still, I would say, it's still a little early to maybe say that. And I think if it keeps going the way it does, it still might be true. It still might miss some of those marks, hopefully not. But that being said, at the end of the day, I still enjoyed it as a show, and I thought it was really cool. So, at the end of the day, I'm such a big Chainsaw Man fan. Stan, that I enjoy both mediums a lot. I think they're really cool. And so, anyway, that's my thing. I love them both. So
You're doing a filibuster, Sam.
I tried to wrap it up.
Out halfway through.
I tried to wrap it up. Well, that's your fault.
I'm just kidding.
No, because you think every review, Nick, needs to take 20 seconds, and that just doesn't happen.
No, we got to ping pong and finish each other's sentences. That's how podcasts work.
Well, then why didn't you?
I'm just kidding.
Why didn't you when I was talking just now?
You were bulldozing over me. I was trying to talk.
You didn't.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. Everyone yell at Nick. All right, go ahead.
So wasn't the first arc like the weakest arc of Chainsaw Man? Maybe not the weakest, but one of them.
What do you mean the first
In
arc?
the manga, right? In the manga, aren't the arcs that come after this like cooler?
I mean,
like more stuff happens.
I mean, Chainsaw Man is like that kind of perfect. In my opinion, it's the perfect like rise of like nuttiness, right? It just gets nuttier and nuttier as you go on, and then it's got the really cool ending. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. You know, I mean,
yeah. So it should get better and better.
Yes.
I have to reread the manga. Like I don't even remember what they missed.
I mean, I think it was mostly pretty accurate. I'll have to go back and read these parts because this is right.
People were just complaining, like nitpicking about like some intangible thing that they wanted changed. Like I don't even get it.
So
pretty good.
One of the complaints too was like one of the biggest complaints was like some of the voice acting in Japan, like which is weird.
I watched the dub, so yeah.
Yeah, in Japan they say that Denji's voice actor like doesn't convey how unhinged he is. That was one of the complaints, I guess. And then
they wanted him to sound like the manager from Zombieland Saga, whatever that guy's name is.
I have no idea.
Mamoru.
Anyway, keep talking. I'll find the name.
No, yeah, I have no idea. That was Mamoru Miyano, the voice actor's Mamoru.
Oh, yeah, Mamoru Miyano. Yeah, they wanted him to sound like that.
I have no idea.
The whole time. It's so annoying.
I have no idea what their complaint was, honestly. And maybe that's why I didn't want to keep talking, is because, like, I don't... Maybe I'm just ignorant.
What do the Japanese know about Japanese voice actors?
Maybe I'm just ignorant, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Anyway, we got to say why it's good and why you should watch Chainsaw Man. Also, what is Chainsaw Man? It's about Denji. He's a kid, got a bunch of debts. He's about to die, makes a deal with the devil. It's a chainsaw devil. It's also a doggy. And then he fights for the government. And Makima teases him and promises him sex and stuff. And, he wants to touch a booba and eat toast. And then everybody's crazy.
That sounds really like Nickish, but no, that's actually...
That sounds like how Denji would describe the plot.
But no, that's actually really what it is, yeah. And sorry, I'm supposed to do that first before going into my thing. But yeah, that's absolutely...
Yeah, we got to do that.
That's absolutely what it is, yes.
So you got Denji, Power, and Aki. They're like the main trio. They live together. And they're part of the Bureau or whatever? The
Public Safety Bureau.
Public Safety Bureau. And they're fighting against devils. And devils is just like whatever concept people find scary, like guns or katanas or chainsaws, what was the one? Zombies was like one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And like that devil becomes powerful, the more people are scared of it, so it becomes more powerful.
The devil,
so, they got to fight it.
The devils in this show are manifestations of things that people are afraid of. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and they fight them, and a bunch of shit happens. Crazy shit. And they all have different powers. They pretty much all made deals with different devil. But like Denji and Power are like, what do they call them? Fiends or whatever? Where they're... Shoot, I don't remember the name. But they're not devils and they're not human. They're a mix of both, right? But then you have humans who make deals with devils. Like, they have to give up a big sacrifice.
Like Aki has a contract with the Fox
Devil. Contract, yeah.
Where every time he summons the Fox Devil to use as a weapon, he gives a piece of his body or whatever. And yeah. And then he's got one with the Cursed Devil where he gives up years of his life to use the sword that...
And then later he makes a contract with the Future Devil. And the Future Devil's stipulation is just he wants to be there when Aki eventually dies.
Yeah.
He's like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, that sounds like a good trade. Basically not giving up anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this arc, they're fighting against... they're trying to find the gun devil. They're trying to find parts of it by defeating other devils. That's kind of the main gist of it.
Yeah, because the parts of the gun devil flesh are, like, attracted to each other. So every time they find... sometimes when they defeat a devil, they find pieces of the gun devil in it.
Yeah.
And then they're attracted to each other. It's like a magnet. So the gun devil first appeared in America, and it killed, like, 1 million people. And, like... Yeah, it was really bad.
I mean, in real life, nobody really cared.
Yeah. But yeah.
You're like, well, whatever.
Anyway, so what did you guys think of it? So we can, because I know Danny.
I feel like the Gun Devil wouldn't even be a thing in America. People wouldn't even be scared of it anymore. They'd just be like,
Well, there's commentary on that in the manga, which you don't seem to remember. But like,
no, I don't remember. I remember almost nothing of the manga.
Yeah.
It's really funny. My memory fucking sucks.
But what you guys finished it obviously, right? So, what did you guys think?
Oh yeah,
of it?
Danny, say some stuff. I
Some
totally
stuff.
fucking I interrupted.
Some stuff. There.
All right. What did you think of Power? Why isn't she the waifu of the week?
I didn't pick the waifus.
I just picked them so we didn't have to worry about it. But like,
Oh, I thought Danny picked
no,
him.
Danny. So because I know you weren't a big fan.
Oh,
of
Bocchi's a better waifu, but why is not,
I know you weren't a big fan of the manga or this, but did you like the? Because I know you started.
So I mean, like, I'm not on the hype train like everyone else is with this. So it's whatever. I definitely am not a fan of the manga. There's just things in it that I just didn't really. It's just not my thing. Like, I don't like how Denji is pretty much a pushover and everything like that. Also, Maki's a piece of shit. So.
Oh, Makima?
Yeah.
Well, Denji's just dumb. He's not really a push. He's kind of a push. He's like a dog, because he's fused with a dog. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's kind of not what I like in a main character kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like overall, I think I definitely prefer to watch it over reading it, because I think I was a little bit more engaged while I was watching it, rather than like me just like, I want to see what all the hubbub's about, why people in Manga Club speak so highly of this and everything like that. So I definitely really enjoyed watching it. I think the Sakuga is really good. Like, the fight scenes in the show is great. Like, in episode 1, when Denji finally fuses with Pochita and he just like goes all ham on the zombies and stuff, like, that's really good Sakuga. I think my favorite scene is probably with the Ghost Devil. Honestly, I think both scenes with the Ghost Devil. The first time we see the Ghost Devil, and also the last time with Aki, when he finally made the contract with the Future Devil, and they went to go infiltrate that building where, like, pretty much the samurai man sword arc.
The Katana Devil.
Katana Denji.
Yeah, the Katana
It's Chainsaw
Devil.
Man, but it's a katana instead of a
Yeah.
chainsaw.
So, I definitely preferred the dub for this.
It had a pretty decent dub. I thought it was pretty well done.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think honestly that is probably the only reason why I watched Chainsaw Man, is because of the dub, because with the sub I just was not paying attention at all. Like, I don't know. It was just.
It's not a Danny story.
It's really not. It's really not.
I think my favorite character in this is actually Power, despite the fact that she doesn't bathe or wipe or anything. Her line, she has the best lines. I think she has the funniest.
She does.
parts.
Yeah, I will agree. I mean, definitely, Power is definitely a favorite of mine, especially later in the show. Yeah, so like she can definitely be an asshole, but like I feel like
It's funny because I don't have to interact with her.
Yeah. I feel like Denji and Power make a good duo together.
Yeah, they're a good team
So
because they're both just like wild.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Aki is the straight man. He has to hold them together.
I think that's one thing that the show captured really well was the dynamic between the three of them.
Yeah.
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 It was really good.
I did like the so the EDs were all different for each episode.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
The episode 8 and 9 ED were my favorites.
There was one ED that they, and I don't want to spoil it, but like when a certain event happens regarding certain characters, it seems like they flip-flop two of the EDs. I think it was on episode 8 and 9. They should have had one of them after, I think, episode 8. But it was odd the way they did some. I mean, they were good, but it's just like, wait a second, why are they playing this ED one episode late? You know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to spoil what it is. But, yeah, still good. I agree there. I think episode 3 had my favorite ED, and I think that has the most views on YouTube. That's how I know it's my favorite, because I'm mainstream. Just like, which has the most views? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, it's really...
17 million views on
the
that one.
negative Nancy when it comes to Chainsaw Man. Like, I really don't care.
I think you're misinterpreting Denji as well. He's not really a pushover. It's just that it's the commentary on society that has beaten him down so much because of how
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. Like,
he doesn't
He's
care about.
supposed to represent something.
I guess it's just me, like, saying, come on, dude. Like, it's common sense. Like, it's common sense. Like,
he doesn't have
no
common
one
sense.
should be treated like that kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
I
see
get
what you're
really
saying.
defensive, like, and I have a lot of sympathy for him, and it's all like, really, like, how can you not see, you know, like that's kind of what I mean, really.
Well, that's if it's garnering.
Well, that's what a lot of stories are. It's like obvious things.
If
but
it's garnering,
it's just cool to
if
watch.
it's garnering that thought and emotion from you, then that means it's doing it right because it's.
I guess, but all at the same time, it's like I'm not enjoying it.
Oh, okay. Well.
So.
How dare you, Danny? You're canceled.
I honestly did not I mean, I don't even remember what I gave Chainsaw Man, like the manga. I gave it a 6. So.
Okay.
Out of 5?
Like.
Please say psych, Danny. Please say psych. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, for those who read the manga know that's why that's important. Why his thoughts and what he views as normal is like, you know, is not normal. You'll understand. But like, Anyway, let's move on. Spy Family Part 2. This is a continuation, of course, of Season 1. Kind of went from, I think the first part was, spring. Yeah, spring. And then it went into, then it took a break in the summer and then started again in the fall. And this is, of course, about the spy, Lloyd Forger, or Twilight. Actually, his alias is Lloyd Forger, so that's not even his real name, technically. Trying to do
they all call him Lloyd.
Yeah.
Nobody says Twilight.
Yeah. He's a spy. He's got to get a fake family to enroll the kid into the academy. And
he's trying to get close to one of like the government officials.
Eden Academy, yeah.
Who has a kid there, yeah.
Who has a kid there. And because there's this Astania and Westalis are two neighboring countries on the brink of war, he's trying to prevent that by finding out some other information. There might be some people on the inside trying to start some shit. He don't want that to happen. So he gets a fake wife, adopts a fake kid, and then it actually turns out that they're really cute together.
The kid is real.
No, the kid is real, yeah.
It's daughter. Fake daughter.
Yor is a blow-up doll.
Yeah, no, they're real people, yeah, but like they're fake family together or whatever.
I love it how you just saw like he got a fake kid.
It's a life model decoy from.
It's Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
In a skirt.
It's a life model decoy from Marvel. Anyway, this is the continuation of that. So this is kind of the part where Anya wants to she wants to adopt a dog, and then they find Bondo Shanks, and
Bond can see the future.
Bond Forger.
And Anya can read minds, and that's the funny part.
Yeah, and so
Um,
and Yor is a secret assassin, and Lloyd is a secret spy.
yeah, yep, and they technically don't know that about each other yet. Anyway, at least I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. But this is where Operation Strix advances to the second phase. So yeah, it's kind of
episode. It's like semi-episodic,
which I enjoy. By the way, I enjoy it very much.
There's a story that goes through it, but it's not like you could watch an episode and understand it.
Yeah, basically the thing I summarize is the overarching premise, and then there's like but it presents it in like a more episodic thing. I forgot to catch up on this, so if you guys want to.
Shame on
How
you.
dare you, Sam? We watched it in our watch club.
I know.
At least I was there some of the time, and I finished it later.
Okay, well, hurry up then. If you watch it, then hurry up. Come on, let's go.
All right, Danny, just name like a few of your favorite parts.
Oh,
Okay, you don't have to go that fast. Don't listen to Nick, but like just to,
Favorite parts, go.
what did you think? No, don't listen to Nick. Do your thing.
I mean, so I did watch this weekly, so my memory is a little fuzzy and stuff. But of course, them finally getting Bond was great and everything. I mean, I just love that whole scene of, Anya doing the little ketchup like warning because of the bomb that's behind the door when Twilight, like when Lloyd is trying to figure out where the terrorists are in that episode and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a cute show. I mean, some of us in the group watch were, I feel like a lot of us were a little like, yeah, this is okay. Like, there's really not that much to say in this. Okay, see you next week kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a very solid action comedy show.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I think maybe the first core was a little bit better than the second core.
Yeah.
Because they had like some fillerish stuff in the second core.
I will say, when we first are introduced to Fiona, Lloyd's coworker, Nightfall.
Yeah.
That episode, that's episode 21. There is a scene where she's like leaving Lloyd's apartment, and it's raining, and Lloyd follows her and stuff, and like they have a conversation and stuff, and Fiona like turns, and that animation when she turns was just chef's kiss. Like, it was so
it's like
it was
budget
so
smile.
crisp and solid and everything. And the second half of the tennis tournament that they did together was really great. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, your cute little show, slightly slice of life, but then there's like some action stuff that happens here and there. So it's great. I love it. I'm actually all caught up in the manga finally. So, and now I have to wait like 3 more days until the next chapter comes out. So, I'm actually really excited for the arc that's going to be airing in season 2, because we get to see more Yor, and I'm really, really excited for that. So, yeah, I love it.
It was funny when Yor learned to cook. That was a good episode.
Oh yeah, yeah, and she also like tries a second time, and everything. So.
Mm-hmm. And then my other favorite part was where Anya went on a shopping spree with her friend.
With Becky. Yeah.
With Becky. And Becky like owns the department store or something, or no, like she's so rich she just like buys out a floor.
Just rented out the entire department store. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
So Nick, do you have any thoughts on it before we move on, or?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I really like. I just like the charisma and the dynamic between all the characters. Like, Anya's faces are the funniest part of the show, because she can read minds, and she's like 4 years old. So she reads minds, and then she interprets it in a way that like doesn't really make sense. And she gets like all these details wrong and stuff. She'll like repeat like what does her dad do, and she'll say something that he like doesn't do. So it's funny because it gives her cover because like people don't suspect that she can read minds because she's actually kind of dumb in real life. But she works hard and everything. Yours is funny because she's always nervous about losing Lloyd, and then Lloyd is he's like nervous about losing his family, but only to keep up appearances. But I think he still likes them. But yeah, so yeah, it was a good show. I like Desmond too. Desmond is like he's like the Draco Malfoy pretty much, but he's like the love interest of Anya, even though she doesn't know it.
That's Damien.
Or Damien, what did I say?
You
Damien
said Desmond.
Isn't Desmond his last name?
Yes, Desmond is his last name.
Okay, close enough.
Everyone yell at Nick.
Yeah, it's funny. And then at the end of this season, Lloyd finally meets Donovan, Damien's father, and they finally talk. So the plot's moving.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just
soundtrack,
all around a very good show.
Yeah, the OST, the soundtrack in the show is great, amazing. I think
the opening is really good. One of the best of the season.
Honestly, the second OP and the second ED was great. Animation wise, for both of them is phenomenal. So,
one of the best of the year for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And
all right, Sam.
Oh, and one last thing. Yuri tutoring Anya during homework was really funny too.
He tutors her and then she immediately forgets.
Yeah, she's like, "What's grammar?" And he's like, "That's it. I'm gone. I'm done." Storms off. Yeah. Okay. I'm done.
Yeah, dog. Okay. Mob Psycho 103.
Okay, you guys.
Is this
have
the
fun.
last season of this? I didn't finish it yet.
It really seemed like, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
And there's no movie or anything at the end. This is it.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should have finished it. Do you want to save it or do you want to say something? Because you finished it.
We could. Yeah, I finished it. We could save it. I mean, I will say this. I do.
You should give something. Say something for now. Yeah.
I mean, I like the way this ended. I thought for some reason, I don't know. I don't want to say that there was. I feel like all the cool big threats were like in the first half of the show, and then obviously like Mob's biggest threat is himself, right? So like they kind of had to
man versus self.
They kind of had to do something like that. So I kind of understood, I guess, but and it just felt like they rushed it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's different from the manga. I don't know. But I think this is supposed to be the last one. So, but that being said, I still love Mob a lot. And there's this animator I've been following since Wonder Egg Priority named Jordan. And he is an American animator, and he's worked on a lot of shonen stuff. And so there's a fight between Mob and someone else. I don't want to say who because it'll spoil. But like towards the end of the show, and he did the like this big explosion at the end of it, and it was just like, holy fucking shit. Like, god damn, dude. This guy is cool. His name is Jordan Rear.
Was it a broccoli explosion?
No, it wasn't.
Damn
it. He's worked on Fate Grand Order. He worked on the episode 1017 of One Piece, and he did a cut in Wonder Egg Priority, of course. And he also worked on some opening parts. So there's a fight in the beginning of Mob Psycho 3 where he fights, I won't say who it is, but let's just say he's the head of the broccoli cult thing, the Psycho Helmet cult. And he takes on this gold form and he shoots this beam out of his mouth. That beam animation was so badass, and he did that cut. And it was just like, oh my fucking god, dude. This fucking guy. So now I follow his cuts on Sakagaboro because I finally made a Sakagaboro account. And so you should follow him on Twitter. It's at Sanguine triple I. So SANGUINIII, all lowercase. And it's just like, he's so cool, man. Like, God damn it. It's cool that he's doing work in Japan, and it's fucking amazing. And he recently, one of the most recent things he did was, there's a big fight in Boruto right now where Naruto's fighting Otsutsuki, and it's just a bunch of taijutsu martial arts shit. Kill you 5,000, and I love it. So anyway, Mob Psycho, yeah, you know what, we can, if we do like a sequel thing, I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, I would rather Nick finish it because I know Nick loves Mob Psycho, and I don't know, I almost kind of want to read the manga now. I don't know if the manga's, I think the manga's done, right? That's the whole thing.
But you said you were okay with how it ended?
I did like how it ended. Yes, it maybe was not as big as I thought it was going to be. Like, as you know, I thought it was going to be.
That makes sense though if you think about it. Isn't that what Mob's character he's trying to just live his life and like fit in, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it would be kind of a lower key ending, assuming it's a good ending. Which I assume it's going to be a good ending. This doesn't seem like a bad ending type of show.
No, I thought it was pretty decent. So, I guess because the shonen slut in me was like, let's get a big fight and they're gonna blow up the whole city and you know what I mean, like the end of season 2, you know. But it didn't have to be that, and it wasn't that, and it was fine. There were some parts in it like that, but it wasn't that. You know what I mean? So, that being said,
yeah,
animation was great, very amazing. And I still, and even thinking about the ending now, my heart's really warm. I love Mob; he's awesome. So, okay. Boku no Hero.
Just pretend that. Just swap out Shinji for Mob in the last 2 episodes of Evangelion. Just do that. Close enough.
Hilarious.
Kind of. Not really.
My Hero Academia season 6. Yeah, I mean, it's going into
not caught up.
It's
Sorry.
not going into next. It's going into next season. Like, I'm still watching it right now. So
we should just do a separate My Hero episode.
Yeah,
there's so many episodes.
I was actually going to say that we should just do that because it's. I'll just say to this right now, it's really fucking crazy right now, and it's just like, because it's nice because the last season was kind of slow. You know, it was slow and, you know, kind of not slow, but kind of boring.
That one had a lower MAL score than the other ones.
I think people and also because they moved some things around and some people didn't like that, so whatever. But this is like, wow, holy shit! So love it, love My Hero, always have. So we could do a separate thing on that. That'd be cool. Okay, what about Blue Lock?
This is also continuing.
Is going into.
Do we want to save it for when it completes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
It's a soccer anime.
I'm not caught up.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
do it when it finishes. We'll talk about
We'll
it.
save it. Yeah, okay, we'll save
It's
it.
a pretty decent soccer anime. It has a
But
decent MAL
Danny,
score.
you like the manga though, and you're liking the show so far, right?
It's fun. Like, I think I like the manga a lot more, and from what I've seen, because I've only watched 5 episodes, it's really nice that I get to finally see movement for a sports manga and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really nice and everything.
Okay.
I'm slightly kind of disappointed with the music when I'm reading it, and even before I even knew that they were doing an anime adaptation, what I'm hearing in my head whenever like something crazy happens and they're like playing their matches and their games and stuff, I'm like hearing dubstep, EDM, like
Dubstep.
literally
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
just
sense.
hearing like major, kind of like what Parasite did.
Oh, sure.
Like that's what I'm hearing.
Parasite had like industrial hardcore and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's legit what I'm hearing, and I don't hear any of that in
They're
this.
playing. They're
that's
playing like Vivaldi or something instead.
It's like a little low key disappointed that I'm not hearing like that crazy shit. So because
So it's
that's
like a
what I
personal nitpick.
totally pictured in my head.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, music is underrated in terms of how it affects the show.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
that's just your opinion.
No, that's a good.
I said it's underrated.
it's
I said,
underrated.
well, people don't
Oh.
people don't
He was
think
agreeing
it
with
matters
you.
as much as it
Oh,
does.
okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Would
I
Initial
take
D
that back.
be that good if it had mediocre music? No.
Danny's just always ready to just
Hey, Danny. Initial D is nuts.
fling poo at
Shut
Nick.
these nuts.
All right.
All right.
It's not my
Um,
fault that Nick and I always have opposite. like we're
You-
literally.
It was
on
just a force of
opposite
habit.
ends. Yeah, it really is.
Fucking Nick is like, I like Fruits Basket. Shut up, Nick. All
Oh,
right.
force of habit.
I said I liked it. Oh, okay. Carry on.
And we didn't watch Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War because we
Yeah,
haven't
everybody
seen
likes
Bleach.
it. High score. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be good.
And yeah, people were giving us shit about it today, so I was like, okay, I don't have time for this. I had a bad week. Shut up. The Eminence in Shadow. Who watched The Eminence in Shadow?
It's continuing into next season, so we'll just cover it then.
Okay.
It's supposed to be good. It has almost an 8 on Mal, so
20 apps. That's a weird number. Bocchi the Rock. Okay. They're
All right.
nice.
here we go.
They're nice. Bocchi the Rock is 12 episodes. Studio Cloverworks, based on a 4-koma manga mango chutney by Aki Hamaji. Okay. Yearning to make friends and perform, live with a band, lonely and socially anxious, Hitori Bocchi Goto devotes her time to playing the guitar. On a fateful day, Bocchi meets the outgoing drummer Nikija Ichiji, who invites her to join Kisoku Band. When their guitarist Ikuyo Kita flees before their first show, soon after Bocchi meets her final bandmate, the cool bassist Ryo Yamada. And although their first performance is subpar, the girls feel empowered by their shared love for music, and they are soon joined by Kita again, finding happiness in performing. Bocchi and her bandmates put their hearts in improving as musicians while making the most of their fleeting high school days. But here's the part that the synopsis doesn't mention is like Bocchi is like a very anxious person, and she's actually very popular as like an anonymous YouTube guitarist, and like has a lot of
Guitar Hero is her name.
Guitar Hero is her name on YouTube, and she gets a lot of views, and a lot of people like her on there. And
She makes money at it too, apparently.
yeah, which you find out later, which is funny. Their first performance, their aforementioned first performance, she actually performed in like a old box that used to carry fruit, that ship fruit in.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, hilarious.
It's a mango box, I think.
Her
Yeah.
mango, which they like make a joke about throughout the show, which is hilarious. But yeah, dude, like, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. Better than K-On! Hop!
Ooh. Press X to doubt.
Press X to tap.
This is a really good show. Not as good as K-On! Okay, Sam? How dare you?
You and Kai might come and slap me in the face, but I will say
This is
shut
like
up.
K-On! This is like the Diet Coke K-On! This is not quite butter K-On!
If this is the Diet
Wait.
Coke K-On!, then K-On!
Yeah.
is the Diet Coke caffeine free Bocchi the
Yeah.
Rock,
All right.
which is even
Agree to
worse.
disagree.
Yeah, agree to disagree.
No, this is really good though. This is like K-On! Is god tier. This is like demigod. This is like Gandalf tier, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One step below.
One step above.
Because it's pretty much like the same deal as K-On! You got a music club, and you got a bunch of girls. They all have different little personalities, but K-On! Has like more of a trope thing. Bocchi, to talk more about Bocchi, it's mostly about Bocchi
No, but
and
here,
her anxiety and just like the hilariousness of like her reactions to everything.
no, but here's why you're a bitch, Nick. Because K-On!, although a great show, it follows the high school club trope, while Bocchi the Rock is actually about a band that wants to make it.
Also,
They just happen to be going to high school.
Also, I would like to say that K-On! Has a 7.85 on Mal. And
That's because it aired way back when.
Bocchi has an 8.97.
You heard that, Nick?
That-
and
that-
numbers
Danny,
don't
'cause
lie.
The older shows have lower scores on Mal because there's a what do you call it? There's the bias. The new anime bias is very strong.
I'll give you
And
that.
most anime fans only watch for a few years and then they're done and they're like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever," but they haven't seen something before it. So
I'll give you that, but I'm also still saying that you smell.
You smell.
all right. Look, both shows are great. Everybody should watch both shows. I love Bocchi.
No, at the
This is
end
my
of-
anime of the season.
At the end of the
great
day,
anime.
at the end of the day, you should both watch. But to talk more about Bocchi, yes,
Yeah,
Like-
so my favorite parts are every time Bocchi climbs into a trash can, and every time she just like freaks out, and like the animation on her changes, and she gets all scribbly and stuff. Oh god! Every time she just has a panic attack is the funniest fucking thing ever.
So
Even though we're
good.
supposed to feel sad for her, but it's just so funny.
right.
Yeah, I mean that the whole show is about her like coming out of her shell and you know becoming better, making friends and like making memories and being part of a band and you know getting better in the band. That's like the whole point of the show.
Right.
And the other girls are there too, and they have their stuff too.
And of course, they don't just clown on her the whole time. Like there is like these really cool moments sprinkled throughout the show, just as much or just as well, where she's making strides and she's becoming better. And you know, she has like those monologues where she's like, you know what, I can do this, and I do feel better, and it is because I'm hanging out with the homies and strumming my guitar, and you know, and it ended really cool, and because of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah.
So in the beginning, I definitely wasn't really too keen on like how overly exaggerated Bocchi's anxiety was compared to like Komi can't communicate kind of thing. So
It's supposed to be funny, Danny. It's funny.
I get that, but to me it was just not funny at all. Like I thought Bocchi's anxiety was rather annoying versus it being funny. So, but
You've never had anxiety then, Danny.
okay, see, that's when
I'm telling
that's-
you what your
that's
life
where
is.
you're wrong because I do suffer from anxiety.
I think everybody
Okay.
does.
So
If you're
I
listening to
know
this
how it
podcast.
feels. I may not have it as severe as
If you're an anime
most
fan,
people, but I do have anxiety. So don't tell me that I've never experienced
Danny,
anxiety.
you live an easy life.
Will you just let the woman finish? Oh my god, you guys are driving me crazy. God,
All right.
Danny, please
What's
go
your
ahead.
What's your little thought? What's your thoughts on Bocchi? I didn't mean to say little thoughts. You know what I meant. What are your big thoughts on Bocchi?
Well, at first I thought nothing wasn't really going to happen
Yeah,
with Bocchi and stuff, but then once she met that bassist, that drunk bassist,
Yeah,
Kikuri, yeah.
Kikuri, I think that's how you pronounce her
Basquerel?
name.
yeah, Kikri. Yep.
Yeah. Like I fell in love. Like I was just like, okay, yeah, this is definitely what she needed. I instantly got goosebumps when she finally got the courage to perform on the street and everything, and she managed to get fans and stuff like that. So I definitely really, really liked that part that, Bocchi isn't, cowering in like behind her bandmates anymore. She's not cowering in a trash can or a box anymore.
Yeah, well, that's her character growth.
She may not have like the, I guess, like energy performance that you normally see when you do go see a band live and everything. So like she still kind of like hides in front of her bangs and stuff like that. So she's not really she doesn't really have much energy and like interacting with the crowds and stuff. So, which is completely fine. I'm like totally content that she's actually facing the audience now instead of just like hiding in a box and playing her guitar.
Yeah,
So
she still has more charisma than Fish. So take that, King. I'm gonna
Okay.
bully somebody who's not even on the podcast. All right.
But I really loved this show. Like the minute Bocchi kind of got her character development, I was just like, okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I relate to pathetic characters. I love that shit. The more pathetic, the more I like them.
Also, I would like to point out that the mangaka for this, they went to a Comic-Con convention and they had to relocate their booth because people...
Oh yeah,
Just-
dude, they were swarming
Like,
her
they
shit.
were swarming
Yeah.
her shit.
Oh, did they put her at like a little tiny booth and there's
So-
way more demand?
So Super Comic Cat 101 just happened like a month ago, and
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
she
put
was-
them on a big one.
and she was there, and they were just like everyone. Bocchi the Rock was airing or had just finished airing, and everyone swarmed her shit, dude. They were just like, "Give me all the-"
Bocchi is like the character of the season, like the
Pretty
meme
much.
of the whole season for sure. Like her little hair beads
Yeah,
and the pink hair is and the jumpsuit. That's like the character. Like our episode from last week, we didn't mention Bocchi, but that's a character design right there.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's the character designs in it are so well done. And speaking of, by the way, the other parts of the show, the production was pretty nice on it as well. Animation of the...
I have minor complaints though.
Okay, and I'd love to hear them. But like above the animation, I thought the character designs were great. I love the designs of each girl, each band member, and even the other characters as well. I love how every character in Bocchi's family, except for the dad, has pink hair. Like her little sister has pink hair, her mom has pink hair.
I want to see what the dad looks like. They always like cover his fucking eyes and face.
He's a hentai protagonist. You can't see his eyes.
Hentai protagonist.
All I'm gonna say is I hope eventually we get to see what his face fucking looks like, because
How do you like Princess Jellyfish, Danny? Half the characters you can't see their eyes, or maybe one of them.
it's only like 2 of them.
All right.
Different. That's different. Like
Okay.
this like literally the Bocchi's sister literally like blocks the dad's face half the time.
Yeah, that was funny. She was
So-
sitting on his
so-
shoulders.
So Nick, what are your complaints on some of the animation?
So when they're doing some of the performances, if not all of them, it changes to CG.
You
Like,
and
it
the frickin'
partially
CG,
does.
dude. Like who
Oh my
It
fucking
looks
cares?
so fucking bad for like half a second, but it keeps doing it. and
Dude,
it's
it
like,
actually
fuck,
doesn't look
man.
that bad in it. This is
It
probably
look, like compared to the rest of the show looks fine. It looks good. And then there's like moments where you can tell they're like these CG fucking mannequins, and it just takes me out of it. I'm like, God
Dude,
damn, dude.
there are-
Like I want to see a performance like well animated, smooth. You know, I don't want to see not even smooth, but just like matching the rest of the animation. you
okay.
know?
I will be the first to
Because
agree.
CG is too smooth, and it fucks me up.
I will be the first to agree with you that I would love to see an animation that's just all animated, not CG at all. Right?
I mean, I know they use computers to animate. But
No.
you know
yes.
what I mean.
And I agree with
like
you 100%.
3D models or whatever.
I agree with you 100%. That's fine. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of performance animations in these kinds of shows do that now, and this was done way better than like more than half of them.
Oh yeah, it was done better than most of them, but it's still not good enough. But it's like a slightly minor complaint, but like if you go watch the Kyoto Animation, like Haruhi or the K-On! Performances, they look fucking awesome because it's like drawn. It's in that same style as the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Those are way better performances than the Bocchi performance, and that's my main complaint is like her actual like big moments were not as much Sakuga as the other some other shows like that. So yeah, I guess I mean it's not really fair to compare it to Kyoto Animation because that's like God mode, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But I think I liked Bocchi better than any K-On! Character maybe. But then I like the rest of the cast of K-On! Better than all the rest of the cast of Bocchi. And then, okay, it's not a K-On! podcast, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
It was good. It ended on a little bit of a kind of maybe similar to Mob, where it ended a little bit quieter than I expected.
Sure.
Because like they had the big moment at the school festival where they're playing their concert and Bocchi dives off the stage and lands on her face because she doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
That was the funniest part. But yeah, like it's just a great show. Bocchi is a great heartwarming character. All her friends help her out, and at the same time they kind of tease her a little bit, but in a friendly way, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, good show. I think everyone should watch it. If you don't watch it, if you watch it and don't like it, then you're wrong. It's fine. To Your Eternity season 2. I did not watch this. I
Yeah,
forgot.
continuing next season.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
I
20
think.
eps. Okay, yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
next one.
More Than a Married Couple, but not lovers.
Did Danny watch this or
No, I
Sam?
did
Anybody?
not. I didn't. I skipped
not.
on this.
I finished it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I know Zayla liked this one, and I also like it mostly,
I believe.
except for the fact. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. If you have a thought, then go ahead. I was gonna say I think they're also covering it on the plummet.
Oh, that's fine. I watched it, so I'm gonna say some stuff.
No, yeah, go ahead.
The plummet anime plummet. They're doing some of the shows that we missed
Yeah.
because we frankly just can't watch. We can't finish 20 shows.
Well,
in a
I mean,
season.
it's not just some of the ones we missed. The point of that podcast is
There's
also,
a couple overlap.
The point of that podcast is also just to do the trash we don't want to watch because they like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's what I meant exactly.
Yeah. But also stuff
the
we
only-
missed, and we.
I don't know how Otaku Spirit Podcast does it, but they managed to watch like almost everything, and that's insane.
Well,
but anyway,
they don't have lives. We do.
yeah, and I think that's part of like their job too. But anyway, so More Than a Married Couple it's a romance anime.
I'm just kidding, by the way, you
And-
guys. I love you guys.
It's not really. It's like a semi-love triangle, but it's kind of not really a love triangle because you have the main character Jiro and his assigned wife, because the school they assign paired husbands and wives in their school, and this is like it's one of those please have children Japan anime. What if we got assigned partners? Okay, so More Than a Married Couple is it's a romance anime where you have assigned couples in the school, so like male female couples, and Jiro and Akari are the main two. And Akari is kind of this almost like a Gyaro girl, but she's not like the super tan kind. And then Jiro's just kind of like a nerdy guy, and he originally likes his other classmate Shiori, and Akari originally likes her other classmate Minami, and like so, and of course those are the other two pair that like are off doing their thing. But the show is like 95% focused on Jiro and Akari, and it's obvious that they should be together. Like they're both like lying to themselves, trying to be like, well, I want to get with this other girl, and I want to get with him, and okay, I'll help you get better so you can get with her and him. And they try to help each other out, but they clearly like each other, and that's kind of like the whole show, pretty much.
That sounds really annoying. God.
I don't know if you would like
I
it.
don't
or
think
not.
this is a Sam show.
That sounds
it-
really frustrating. Just fucking
It's-
turn around and say, no, I want you. Done. Cut. Move the fuck on.
But it's high school, so like they actually did like those other classmates.
yeah, you know what
They
I did in high
at
school?
first they
I
did.
went up to Trisha and said, let's go on a date. That's what happened. And guess what?
This is Japan, son.
Now
They
she
don't
fucking.
have
Now we
social
fuck every
skills.
fucking night. But done.
All right.
But done.
Even though you haven't had sex in 5 years.
Yeah. It's not sex. It's fucking.
Shut up, Danny. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So
I keep interrupting you. I'm
It's-
sorry.
there's like a bunch of stuff happens. There's beach episodes. There's festival stuff.
Oh, well, now
there's
I'm in. Beach
Kimonos. Every episode 9 is a beach episode in every anime. That's the rule,
That's the rule.
and it's kind of true. Actually, it's almost true.
It's almost kind of true. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah. So it's just the relationship between Jiro and Akari, and there's a lot of cute moments and a lot of great moments. But the thing that bugs me a little bit is like I know they're both like virgins and stuff, and she jokes with him and calls him Virgie, which is kind of funny actually.
Virgie? That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, but like she's always like trying to get him to look at her boobs, and she's like making him touch her and like straddling him and stuff, and he's like not giving in or whatever. It's like, what is going on, dude? Just fucking bang. What are you doing? Like,
Just
Akari's design looks pretty cool. Like her hair.
no, she has a great design.
Yeah.
She has a really good design, and the backgrounds in the show are actually surprisingly very good. But like, she's egging him on so much, and they have their own place. Like, this could never happen in real life. You would never have like boy and girl pairs alone by themselves with no chaperone.
Especially
high school.
teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers, and it doesn't even look like they have they never mention birth control, so like they just assume nobody would have sex. So it's like,
right.
okay, well, whatever. This would not work. But pretend it does. Pretend just whatever. Suspend your disbelief.
Right.
But even still, like he should figure out that she likes him, and he's just lying to himself, and she is too. And I guess that's part of the point. Like they're just trying to figure it out.
Right.
So I don't know. It was kind of fun to watch, but I wish they had figured it out sooner in the show. It was just a little bit frustrating, like Sam said. So
It's just like, just kiss already kind of thing.
kind of. Like they do kiss. That's the thing. They do kiss, and like they do everything. They don't have sex, but like the spoiler, I guess. But it's like that's kind of my thing. It's like they don't. It's like why would they not have sex? Like they're both egging each other on so much. But yeah.
Well, at least they kiss.
And I mean, it happens relatively early on because like she's like teasing him and stuff.
Sure,
and it's like a
sure.
joke or whatever. And like they're trying to be like, I need to practice for it when I kiss the other one, like the person I really like.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
That's
practice
what I'm gonna
on my
say.
hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna kiss my mirror.
Oh my god.
Give yourself give yourself hickeys with the vacuum cleaner so you can tell. Yeah, dude, I
Hell yeah.
got a girlfriend. She goes to a different school and give me hickeys.
You wouldn't know her.
You don't know her, dude.
It's a decent rom-com. I would hesitantly recommend it if you're a big fan of romances and you want to see some good animation.
Studio mother from another mother.
Studio Mother.
You got a mother.
Right.
Let me
Oh,
show
they
it to
did
you,
Ari
mother.
Freda. Okay.
Reincarnated as a sword. I only watched one episode of this.
A what, Sam? A sword?
I don't know why I've been doing that all episode. I'm sorry, guys. This is really funny to me. Reincarnated as a sword.
I'll take S words for 400.
Okay, I'll just do a different accent each time. So this is what I'll just do.
Everyone who has watched this has to pronounce the title just like Sam did. Like, you're not allowed to say it like normal. You have to do how Sam did it.
Reincarnated as a sword, mate. No, I watched one episode of it and I thought it was really cute. But I just want to mention this. The character design of the sword the design of the sword is really cool, and the character design of the girl is really cute. I think she's really adorable. But
She's a cat girl who's a slave.
the bitches over down below in the plummet are gonna cover it. So you should go listen to that, okay?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish this one, although I probably will because that was a dub.
And I knew Mike was all over that bitch, and he was like asking me like, "Tom, are you watching this?" I was like, "Oh, I wanted to, but I forgot about it." And he was like, "Well, he's like, we're both gonna cover it, I think." I was like, "No, I think you guys should because I forgot about it, and it doesn't matter." But like, you guys should go listen to that for sure because I think Mike and I think they all watched it actually. So, but I really do want to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it anyway, and I'll talk about it with them in the Discord probably. I do like the way it looks. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out season 2. I don't watch it, but I do like Uzaki-chan.
I
She's
am
cute.
watching, but I will have to finish.
Cool. Urusei Yatsura.
This
Not
is
complete?
going into
Yeah.
However, isn't this one episodic?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you've watched stuff, you could just say stuff. I mean,
Yeah. It's so.
Oh.
Sorry. I was just gonna say. It's just
you guys just touched hands over the podcast.
Yeah, no, this is just about the Oni threatened to invade Earth, and then they promise to leave under one condition. They have to win a 1-on-1 tag game against Lum, the beautiful daughter of the Oni leader. And then whoever the person selected happens to be the less unlucky high schooler Ataru Boraboshi. And then otherwise they take over the Earth. And then he does win, and then she ends up falling in love with him, and then they get married, or promise of marriage. And then he actually has like a high school girlfriend, and he's going back and forth in between him, and she keeps chasing him around. Lum keeps chasing him around, and he's like, "Stop it, you're annoying." He wants to go back to Shinobu, and she doesn't want to because every time she wants to get back with him, Lum is doing some precarious stuff.
And then he's also a big pervert. So every time a new hot chick comes through, he's always like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" Literally,
He's a stick man.
literally the subtitle is, "Hey, baby, what's going on?" Like that's literally what it is. But yeah, it's kind of episodic. There's like 2 to 3 shorts in each one, and it's really funny. I'm really glad that they didn't tone down the perviness of Ataru at all. He's still just a big tool and a sucker and a yutz, and it's so fucking funny, dude. It's so funny. And Rumiko Takahashi's designs come through so well in the way that the character design was done. And I don't know who the character designer is for the anime, but they did such a good job of making sure her style came through. And the animation by Yutaka Araki is so good. And the mechanical design is actually by Jayenthed, which is awesome because Jayenthed did Witch from Mercury mecha design this season as well. So that's really funny because that means they did the little goofy spaceships and such, which is really funny because Jayenthed has done like cutesy things before. Let me see if I can find the character designer. Oh, Kazuhiro Takamura is the character designer, and they've done in between animations and key animations for Fooly Cooly, Cardcaptor, Sakura, and Cowboy Bebop and such. So that was probably cool that they got to work on something like this because it goes along with all the other old stuff they've done. But I'll just say this really quick, and then we can talk to Danny real quick. But one of my favorite side characters is the big kitty, the big cat. Fucking
Oh, the
Kotatsu
love
Neko.
interest of Lum, like the supposed to like be engaged to them or something like that. The
Who?
alien that turns into the big cat.
Oh, I'm just talking about the big cat that hangs out with Cherry all the time.
Oh, that.
The big
Oh,
white
okay.
cat who's just there. She's just
Never
sitting there grilling.
mind. Never
He's just sitting there
mind.
grilling.
Gee, wait. Sam, how many episodes did you watch?
I'm like 2 behind, so I'm like up to episode 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought you were talking about the alien that literally turns into the big ass tiger.
Oh, I'm not there. I don't think I'm there yet. No.
That's because that's episode 9.
Oh, you talking about Ray? Is that Ray?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I must not be there. I must be on episode 8. No. I think I must be on episode 8. Oh, you know what? I am on episode 9. I must not got to that part or watch that. I must not watch that part yet. But yeah, it's Ray. His name is Ray, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of like Koga from.
He's one for very little words, but like if you literally put food in front of him, he's gonna eat it.
He was the guy that Ran wanted to marry.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was talking about Kotatsu Neko, the big fat white cat.
Okay.
But also there was that one part where they went to the cold planet.
Yes, that one was so good.
And Lum and Shinobu followed him, Ataru, down there. And then Ataru wanted to get with the Neptune Queen chick, because she's also hot.
Yeah.
Oyuki.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Lum is like, what is your problem? Like, why are you being such a whatever? And Shinobu's like, you are just something else. I can't believe you, Ataru. And then he stands up real quick and he goes, shut up!
Yeah.
I'm gonna get laid!
He's such a simp.
He's so
swear.
stupid. And then
But
his parents are like,
I will say, Ataru, he definitely gets some major character development, and he's not much of a sleazeball. You're not up to this part, but Lum actually like leaves Earth for a bit, and she doesn't even like say anything to Otaru. Like Otaru was just being mean to her as usual and stuff, because their morning routine was Lum would come down, wake up Otaru for him to like get up and get dressed and stuff like that. But he was all like, get away from me, like I don't even like you, like why are you still around, like you should just get out of here. And Lum was actually making like a little doll of herself for him. And so like she sat it down on his desk and was all like, whatever, fine, bye, I guess. And so she leaves, and the next day, Otaru's mom, like, is calling him to get up and everything, and he's, like, he overslept and stuff. And now he's realizing, like, where's Lum? And, like, even his parents are all like, where's Lum? Like, wasn't she supposed to wake you up and everything? So, and, he goes to school. Everyone's asking where Lum is and everything like that. And at the end, he's actually starting to really miss Lum. And so, like, he's carrying the little doll of Lum around and stuff. And
Yeah.
so it's, like, really cute. And I mean, the reason why Lum had to leave was because she had to, like, renew her citizenship to stay on Earth and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was, like, really cute. Like, there was, like, a whole search party and everything because he's all like, yeah, so I think Lum went missing. Like, I don't know where she is. And everyone's, like, freaking out.
Well, there's a cute moment before that, too, where, like, she kind of saves him from this lie that he made up about dating this hot chick.
Yes. Oh, gosh. That was in episode 5. When, when there was, like, this whole, a letter or something. Like, the boys wrote, like, this fake letter to Otaru and everything. And so, like, Otaru went to, like, go on this date and no girl was coming. So Lum, like,
pretended to be the chick.
Yeah. So, like, that was, like, super cute. I was just like, oh, I love this.
It was when they were walking home, and then he was kind of looking at her, and he didn't want to hold her hand, and then he was like, okay, I guess we can hold hands, because he kind of was like, whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
and
it's
she
so
really
good.
liked it.
It's
but,
so
like,
good.
I will just say that if I was Ataru, I would let Lum be all over me, and I love her so much.
Same.
She's the best. She's so cute. Yeah. But, yeah, dude. Me and Danny love it, so we're going to talk. We could talk about it forever, so we got to move on. But, like, we'll talk about it more next, whatever. Anyway, I don't think we're watching these. Welcome to Demon School Arumakun Season 3.
Yeah, this is going into...
Oh, it's 24 eps. I just saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 21 episodes.
Oh, 21.
I'm not caught up on this quite yet, so...
I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
I actually did watch this.
Nick, did you watch it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
All right, Danny.
So this is...
Put the podcast on your back.
12 episodes, Studio Maho film. Eileen Lauren Dautric. Life changes forever on the day her engagement with the Crown Prince Cedric Jean Elmillon is nullified so he can be together with Lilia Rainworth. The event triggers Eileen's memories from her past life. She has been reincarnated in an Otome game as the villainess who is destined to die in the final act. To prevent her predetermined demise, Eileen has only one option: to court the game's last boss, Claude Jean Elmire, the proclaimed Demon King and Cedric's half-brother, and marry him. And however, that's easier said than done. Shenanigans ensue. Isekai big titties. Demon King is hot. Sex. Wait, so did you like this one?
It was decent for an isekai.
Oh, Danny likes an isekai. Everyone will celebrate.
I mean, in all honesty, like, out of at least the romance isekais that I've seen, Saint's Powers is Omnipotent is the best one. But this, again, it was decent. It was fine. I think it's better than My Next Life as a Villainess.
Okay. Yeah, because that one was also like the similar.
It's
like,
definitely
like,
this.
yeah.
They are definitely both quite similar.
Yeah.
Centers around a video game. This and that, the third.
Yeah.
I was expecting, so like the first half of the show was really good. It was, Eileen trying to pursue the Demon King to like fall in love with her, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I kind of thought that I was going to get throughout the whole show. But some resolved happened, and they Claude ends up, falling for Eileen, and they get together and stuff. And then it moves on to like another arc, and this is kind of where I felt like it was a little weird. And Eileen was investigating a school and everything, and apparently this went into the sequel of the video game series and stuff. So like you get to meet new characters and everything, which is fine. I was okay with that. I don't know. To me, it was a little odd and kind of like, why is this here? I was expecting to get more of like the relationship between Eileen and Claude. So
Sure.
I just felt like I was happy that they ended up together, but I kind of wanted to just see more of them being together and solving problems together, whereas it was just Eileen going to this school, disguising herself as a boy, joining this like student council kind of thing, and preventing like another character that was a part of the game to not become like a demon and stuff, or like awaken their inner demon because they're half demon and stuff. So it was a little weird. It was a little off-putting. There is a twist in it. The like heroine of the game is actually the antagonist, and they actually don't care about these characters that Eileen cares about. Like the antagonist, Lilia, I think that's what her name was. She just thinks that this whole thing is just a video game, and like the characters' feelings don't matter and stuff.
That sucks.
And Eileen was all like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, these characters have feelings. Like, I care about these people. So there's conflict that goes into it, which was definitely pretty interesting. So, but like that middle arc on like where Eileen disguised herself as a boy to go to this school was just a little odd. So, and I did feel like the first arc was a little rushed in, and they really rushed into the next arc way too quickly. So, yeah, I mean, it's decent if you like this kind of like isekai romance kind of thing. I would say definitely check it out. It's definitely decent. It has a decent dub. And the OP and ED is pretty catchy to listen to on a daily basis if you like to listen to anime music like me.
That's what's up.
So
Okay. Okay, we got a few more here. Akiba Maid War. I think the Plummet guys are gonna talk about that. I didn't finish it, and
I'm gonna talk about it. I got it.
Oh, you got it, Nick. Oh shit.
I'm also watching this. I'm actually watching this with James.
Oh really?
So, yeah,
Everybody dies, Danny.
Shut
Just
up.
kidding. Actually, a lot of people. Surprisingly, a lot of maids die in this show.
Yeah, right away in the first episode too. Anyway,
Yeah, no, literally, people literally die. But yeah.
Oh, so Nick, yeah, you watched it. Yeah, what do you
want?
got?
So Akiba Maid War is, it's like The Godfather meets like a anime maid show kind of. You have these different factions of maids. You have the Creatureland maids, and you have the there's so many. There's other ones too. There's Crimson Supernova, Akina Big Bang. I think some of these are characters, but anyway, it's. How far are you, Danny? Before I go on.
I am on episode 8. That's where
you're almost
That's
there.
where I left off. I'm almost done.
So yeah, it's how do I explain this? It's pretty much it's actually kind of like the Gundam show where you have different factions vying for power, but instead of colonies, it's maid cafes, and each maid cafe has its own theme. So the Oinky Doink Cafe is our protagonist. They're pigs, right? That's their animal. They're part of the Creatureland conglomerate or whatever. And then you have different ones that are. There's like a koala one. There's a fucking
Bunnies, cats.
cats. Yeah, they got all sorts of animals. And there's in episode 9, they do the Lady Omoe Festival, who is one of the original maids. And stuff happens in that episode, and it sparks kind of like an all-out war in the next few episodes. And the it's just a lot of run and gun shooting maids, fucking crazy shit, pretty much. I don't want to spoil it too much for Danny, but it's actually really fun. I think I like all of the characters a lot. I mean, the ones that get the most screen time are Ranko and Nagomi. Those two get the most.
Mm-hmm.
Shipan, the Gyaro girl, she gets a decent amount. And then you have the antagonists, Nagi and Manami, I think, are the two main ones. And so Nagi, I think, is the main bad.
She's like the head honcho, kind of.
Yeah, she's like the Godfather maid, pretty much, kind of.
And she knows Ranko.
Yeah, she knows Ranko. They go way back, and like that's kind of what the story is like Ranko's trying to like grapple with her past and decide what she wants to do, and she gets offered a position by Nagi, and it's lots of gunfights happen, a lot of maids die, a shitload of blood, and it's just kind of crazy. So if you like that, check out Akiba Maid War. Danny should finish it.
I will. I didn't really. I thought the baseball episode was a little silly.
That was a really funny one. I love baseball episodes.
It was funny,
in
but
anime.
it was just random.
Well, it plays into. It actually does play into the plot, like later on. It is relevant, vaguely, sort of. It is. You'll find out.
Okay.
But yeah, Nagami is always appealing to everybody's like sense of humanity. He's like, why are we killing so many people? Stop killing. We're maids.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you talking about? Is kill or be killed? Like they can't fathom not killing each other.
That's just maid culture, man.
Yeah, it's just maid culture, bro. Note up.
All right, hell yeah, dude.
Good show. Pretty fun show. Danny should finish.
Yeah, dude, a bunch of hot maid chicks shooting it up.
This one. This was PA Works.
Studio PA Works.
Ranko is the hottest Christmas cake of the season.
Christmas cake.
36. She's an Obaba. She's a fucking grandma.
Grandma. We didn't watch Farming Skills. Renai Flops. I didn't watch that one.
Here we go. This one we did.
Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury.
I know you watched this, Sam, right?
I love this. I love this show. And just so you guys know, little preview. I won't be revealing anything else about the prizes we're giving away for the giveaway. But one of the prizes I'm giving away is an HD kit of the Aerial Gundam. So,
woo!
There you go. I could not get my hands on the Alfrith because these kits are so damn popular because of this show. And I just gotta say, okay, well, so obviously the things are obvious. Okay, Studio Sunrise. Okay, Soletta Mercury leaves her planet and enters the Asakasia School of Technology at the behest of her mother. There, right and wrong are determined through duels between students, and the top-ranking duelist will receive Miorian Rembrandt as their fiancé, the prize being decided by Miorian's father. When Gulja Turk, the best pilot in school and Miorian's current fiancé, demands that his betrothed move in with him, Soletta disapproves, so Gul challenges her. Although she emerges as champion, Soletta is subsequently detained on suspicion of piloting a forbidden type of mobile suit, a Gund Arm, or Gundam, which results in her victory being voided. Miorian refuses to accept any more injustices and proposes another duel with even higher stakes. Now Soletta must triumph a second time, otherwise she will be expelled and the Gundam Aerial that means so much to her will be destroyed. So yeah, this is the thing about this, right, is it's another Gundam show, and so people get kind of confused on how Gundam shows work, right? So every time we get a Gundam show, a main Gundam show, which is what this is, It's normally centers around an ongoing kind of war in a weird way, right? The last few Gundams that have come out do still center around a war or conflict, but at its core start somewhere else. Iron-Blooded Orphans had a core of a poor community of orphaned people or poor people, right? And that was kind of its whole thing, and centered around the Barbados Gundam. That one kind of was weird. The animation was okay. It was a little lackluster. It was very the story wasn't all there. It didn't execute very well. This one centers around this school, and it centers around companies investing into technology and people from Earth and their technology and people from space and their technology.
Yeah, the Earthians and the Spatians.
And investing into mobile suit technology and future technology for people to live in space and such like that. And so there's different competing businesses that invest into the school, and the students that go to the school are the future of living in space and otherworldly places and things like that. So that's kind of what it centers around. That being said, these competing businesses.
Dude, we can't talk today at all.
No, and I apologize for that, you guys. I'm very sorry. I've had a rough week. But these competing businesses, with more investment comes more power. More power invites challenge. More challenge breeds catastrophe. And that's kind of where the shady shit happens. And when that shady shit comes to fruition, then conflict and war happens. So that's kind of what is the basis for this Gundam. And it's fucking wild how it happens, because it's happening at the center of this school with these children, and it's, they're 15, 16, 17 years old, but it's still just it's so fucking cool. This, in my opinion, was a way to do it. Whereas the children in Iron-Blooded Orphans, they seemed way too crazy, adultish. You know what I mean? They were just the Kudelia Einsburn or whatever her name was with the big hair.
Ooh, my wife.
Yeah, she was hot, but she was I don't know, man. She the way she presented herself like she was this 30-year-old woman, but she was
Okay, to be fair, Miorine starts her own fucking company.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. Anyway, I'm going on. I don't mean to. Sorry, but the idea is that's how the conflict and shit starts, right? And Soletta is what is known as a witch, because she can manipulate Gundam technology, which in previous iterations of Gundam, they're called new types, if you know what I mean. Now, in this...
Is this Universal Century or the other one?
This is a different century altogether.
What's the other one called? Universal versus... Anyway,
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, no, in the Universal Century dimension, this would be known as a new type. In this century, in this dimension, they just call them witches, because it's just that's just what they call them. But they can manipulate these pieces of their Gundam technology, separate from their mobile suits. But that being said, damn, this was a great Gundam show. Holy crap. This was
probably better than Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Iron-Blooded Orphans was it had the drama factor and the, whatever, and, the cliffhanger factor there. It kind of made you want to click the next episode. But, the story kind of fell flat, and the execution of that story fell flat, in a bunch of different ways.
Some crazy shit happened in that one, too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That always happens in Gundam, crazy shit happens.
But in this one, crazy shit happens, and it was executed pretty decently. And,
yeah.
And, my God, just... And
it starts with the prologue, too. The prologue is crazy.
The episode 0 prologue, which I suggest everyone
Everybody should watch that, yeah.
Yeah, along with it only adds...
It actually plays really well into the rest of the show, too. You kind of need to watch it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. They call it a prologue, but honestly, it's definitely part of the show. But, Ipe Gyobu and Jan Thed, mecha designers, woo! The aerial Gundam design is very nice. It's a very next step of in what a Gundam should look like in today's like anime mecha world, right?
I can't tell the difference between Gundams, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Oh my god, Nick, come on, dude.
Like the main Gundams, they all look the same to me.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, and I will say that in this,
It looks good though. I like it.
I will say that in this particular anime, it is kind of a little harder to tell which ones are Gundams and which ones aren't.
No,
And-
I'm talking about the main Gundam, like the main plot Gundam.
oh,
number one Gundam.
Oh,
So like in every different Gundam show, they have one.
Yeah,
and they all
yeah.
look the same to me. They all look very similar.
so
I don't mean the other mobile suits.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, you're kind of a yutz. But I mean, like, so, like, I mean, dude, all you gotta know is the Barbatos Gundam doesn't have a fucking torso. It's, like, missing its torso.
Well, that one looked weird. Yeah.
The Aerial Gundam is almost like the Barbatos Gundam looked like if it was finished. You know what I mean? Like, in a weird way. But, I mean, aside from just that, like, the mecha designs of the other mobile suits and I'm sorry that we keep comparing it to Iron Blooded Orphans. I'm doing that because it's the most recent main Gundam show. Before this one, the other mobile suits in that one were not memorable at all. The only memorable mobile suit was the main one, whereas in this one,
Oh yeah, this one had the Feract. That one was cool.
the Feract, it had the one that Gul Jaturk piloted, the Delaz. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, from Delling, right?
Yeah, yep.
Delling was the guy who made it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Or the company. Yeah.
and then they had the Alfrith, and of course the Aerial Gundam, which was sick. I mean, it was so cool, man. It's so dope, and even the character designs, man. I love Soletta Mercury. I love her little hair going up on the left side, and then you have Chuatari Pan Lunch.
Oh god, she just has giant cotton balls on
The
her.
big cotton ball pigtails.
She has like pigtails, but it's a giant. Like each pigtail is an afro.
Yeah.
That's how big it is. It's fucking crazy.
Chituri Pan Lunch, dude. And she's the Sundari character too, but she looks the cutest. Like, she's...
Oh my god. How does she fit all that into her helmet?
I know. It's so good. Like, it's so good, man. It's so good. And I mean, I love Murine and Rembrandt a lot. And I mean, honestly, couple of the season, in my opinion. So
Murine is a Sundere too. She's actually the bigger Sundere.
Yeah. Oh no, that's true. You're right.
But I like the bad guys. Ghoul is cool, and then Shadiq, I like him.
Yeah.
Elon, I like those. I like all three of them.
So Shadiq Zanelli, like, okay, so in the school, right? They each have like their different houses, you know,
Yeah, there's multiple houses. Yeah,
based on their businesses. And the Zanelli house, right, is like Shadiq is the leader of that house because obviously his parents own rich people, whatever.
well, no, wasn't he an orphan though?
Oh yeah, that's right. No, you're right. His
But Ghoul was what did have a rich dad. Like his dad owned it.
yeah, and
Elon is like a fucking test tube baby or some shit.
yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. An adopted child of the CEO of Grassley Defense Systems, one of the group's three houses.
The Pale House.
He's the one on some shady ass shit.
Yeah, Shadiq is like he's trying to play everybody against each other pretty much.
Pretty much. On some shady shit. And that's what made this show cool too, because like it was like, dude, okay, I'm gonna slip Nick $100K, right? And then Nick is gonna get in the other mobile suit and he go in there, and then he's gonna like put some paint on Danny's mobile suit that activates and blind her ass, and then
Hell yeah.
and then we're gonna put her house and branch up and business up as collateral, because you have to, when you do a duel, you have to put something up for a stake, like for a bet, right? And then that's how he was like, and that's when like it's all that stuff that kind of just creates this bigger and bigger conflict, and it all builds up until the climax at the end of this part, and it leaves a big cliffhanger. And now I have to clench my butt until like April. I've been holding it for a while. My stomach hurts. Like,
I'm just looking at the top Mal review and it's a 4. Then the second one's a 10. Then the third one's a 7.
God.
All right.
Anyway, sorry. Final thoughts before I went on too long. My bad. Animation's great. Character design's great. Mecha design's great. I love it. It's so good.
I do think that Soletta looks a little dopey, but that's kind of her character. So
Sure.
she's kind of like Bocchi. She stutters a lot and she's like all nervous. She's not as anxious as Bocchi. She doesn't hide in a cardboard box, but
Yeah.
I sent you an image in our chat, Sam. You should check that one out.
Oh my god.
There's multiple of them.
It's
But
fucking
like,
funny.
episode 12 has. Let's just say there's a lot of memes that stem from episode 12.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to spoil it because it's more fun if you watch it.
yeah. It's more fun if
But
you watch it.
It's great. It's great. There's actually a lot of like foreshadowing to what happened, or like that something is going to happen that happens in episode 12 with Soletta's mother like holding out her hand. And by the way, her mother is like the Char clone of this show. She has like the mask, looks like Char.
Prospera
little bit.
Mercury. Yeah. There's always a masked Char like character.
Yeah, she's
in
the
each
Char
one.
clone of this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, does that mean she's the bad guy or not? I don't know. I mean, everybody seems like a bad guy except for Soletta and Murian.
Right. Yeah. That's
And
what it seems like.
yeah.
For sure.
Gundam always has very convoluted plots, to be honest.
Right.
And this one was no different. I think it might be less than some others, but it did have a lot of business and house, it's like subterfuge and bullshit going on. So you do have to pay attention. And I'm hoping this one gets a dub soon because it might make it easier. But
there was
it's
a lot
not something you can just throw on in the background. You know, you gotta pay attention.
Yeah, and I will say this was the first Gundam I watched in a long time where like I was in the Discord talking to people like, oh, what if this means this, and with Elon this meant this and whatever, and it was a bunch of shit. So
yeah,
crazy.
and the prologue plays into it too because sorry,
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
It didn't make any sense the way I transitioned from your thought, but
No, I was
so
done. I was
in
done.
episode 0, Soletta sings "Happy Birthday," and there's a Happy Birthday theme throughout the show, and then later in the show she sings "Happy Birthday" to another character, and it's kind of like an ill omen whenever she sings it. It's like bad, you know, some shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, I think it's really funny. I think episode 0 and episode 12 are my favorites.
Yeah.
But they're all it's all, you know, plays into it itself. So yeah,
Really good.
I liked this is a nice break. I haven't watched Gundam in a while. I liked this contrasting with the rest of the season.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
So I was watching this and Do It Yourself like back to back. What I did was I kind of flip flopped 2 episodes one, 2 episodes the other. Good change of pace.
Speaking of do it yourself, who watched that?
Oh yeah,
I think we all
I watched
did.
it.
Studio Pine Jam, baby. 12
Oh,
episodes.
wasn't Witch from Mercury Studio Pine Jam?
No, Studio Sunrise. It's always Sunrise.
Oh no, that was just episode 12.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
That's fucked up.
Oh man.
That's fucking funny when it's fucked up. Yeah, dude, Do It Yourself is Studio Pine Jam.
Super cute.
The fourth industrial revolution has led to the development of cutting-edge technologies. Okay, that's dumb. Hold on a second. That's a dumb way to write
This
the
is a
premise.
prequel to Gundam, actually.
This is a prequel to Gundam. One such institution is the elite UU Girls Vocational High School, where both Serifu Yua and her childhood friend Miku Purin Tsuride have applied. Although the tech-savvy Purin is accepted to UU High, the accident-prone Serifu is rejected and enters the traditional Gata Gata Girls High School, instead driving a wedge into their friendship. On her way to class one day, Serifu gets into a bike accident, and Rei Yasaku, a passerby who attends the same school, fixes her damaged bike. Serifu later finds out that Rei has a passion for old-fashioned crafts and heads to the school's do-it-yourself DIY club, which is in danger of closing due to the lack of members. Realizing that this may be her chance to repair her relationship with Purin, Serifu joins the club in hopes of creating projects that could bring them together once more. As the DIY club welcomes new faces, Serifu learns to build not only handicrafts but also new friendships along the way. Yeah, dude, her name is Yua Serifu.
Well, that's her club name.
No, that's her actual name.
Oh, is that her actual fucking name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they all have like nicknames.
No, her name is Serifu Yua. So, Yua
That's
Serifu.
fucking hilarious.
Do it to Yoru Yua Serifu.
Because the foreign girl, her name is Juliet Queen Elizabeth the 20 billionth.
That's actually
and her
her
name is Jobco.
Well, yeah, Jobco is her nickname, but Julia Queen
yeah.
Elizabeth is her actual name. Yeah. And Pudding is her nickname. But
No,
yeah.
Pudding is Miku's nickname.
Yeah, sorry.
Miku is roommates with Juliet.
Yeah.
But we're gonna call them by their name. We're gonna call them Jobco and Pudding, okay?
Which is funny.
That's a much better name.
Which is funny because like
Jobco could have been a girl of the season too. She was fucking hilarious. I loved her.
Jobco, yeah, dude. Which is funny because all the parent characters, all the mom characters, their names are just Sedafu's mother, Kurei's mother. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And every time Jobco's like, "Thank you, Pudding's mom."
Yeah. Yeah.
In like
dude.
your broken English.
But yeah, all the different characters are great. The character designs are also very great, and the animation was just top. I loved it. I love the solid colors, the thin lining, the different color tinges under the hair, and different color lining throughout the, from the top to the bottom. Very
they
nice.
all had the hair color thing.
They did, yeah. All the main characters, anyway.
You can do that in real life, right? You can dye just the inside of your hair.
Serafu's mom had the different colored hair, and so did Pudding's mom as well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's called a peekaboo, by
No,
the way, Nick.
Wait, what's that called?
A peekaboo. It's called a peekaboo.
Peekaboo? Shit, I want to get that. I don't have long hair though.
Grow it out, bitch.
I probably have to. I got a fucking mole on the side of my head. Shit.
Anyways, dude,
I can't get a fade. I got a mole.
it's really great because it's slice of life, right? But like, I mean, halfway through, they kind of decide, dude, let's build this fucking treehouse, dog.
Yeah.
And
this was fun.
So, and it's cool because
It's a very light show.
yeah, and it's cool.
Do not go expecting a heavy plot.
Yeah, and it's cool because Ray's parents own like a home goods store, or not home goods, but like
a Harbor Freight.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
own Home Depot.
like a Home Depot, like a home hardware goods, lumber goods store, and so they're able to get scraps and stuff from there, and all that stuff, and make stuff. And it's cool because each character has a specialty too, right? So like Takumi Hikage, one of my favorite characters. I love the way she looks. She's so cute. Glasses waifu. She does like the crafty things. So like she made like the sign for the front of the shed by taking like broken tile and broken wooden pieces and making like, gluing it to a plank and making a sign, which is really cool. She does and she did like the stained glass for like the treehouse. Really cool. And then Jobco, or Julia Queen Elizabeth, she does like a lot of like tech stuff and programming, and she knows how to use a lot of the tools and stuff because she knows all that stuff. And then you have Setafu, who kind of is like a balance, a little bit of everything because she's learning everything. And then you have Ray, who's like the leader of the club, and is kind of planning and making blueprints and shit. So it's really cool. You know what I mean? The dynamic between all of them.
You can't forget about Kokoro.
And Kokoro, who
the cat girl.
The cat, yeah.
She just
She's
acts like
my
a cat.
favorite. I love her.
Oh, she's my least favorite.
She was like gonna get
That makes sense. We have opposites.
because she's from like India or something, right? Or what was her thing again?
Something like that.
Yeah,
some foreign
Middle
land,
East. I mean,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
goes to the
Middle East.
same school as Miku, so.
Yeah, it's Pudding. Yeah.
Yeah, because Miku goes to a different school from the club, right? Like the club has, I think half the club doesn't even go to that school. That's the funny part.
No, they all go to Gata Gata, but like Pudding and Kokoro go to.
Yeah, so half of them don't go to the same school.
Pudding and Pudding doesn't go to the club until the end anyway. But Kokoro is the only one who goes to UU Girls Vocational.
And
But-
Juliet / Jobco was supposed to go to a different school, but she fucked up her paperwork,
She was supposed to go to UU, yeah, but then
and
she
that
ends
was
up
like a
going,
big joke, and they all made fun of her for it.
But then she ends up going to
So-
Gata Gata, yeah.
And
yeah.
she's 12. Jobco's 12. She's like the genius who gets bumped up like 5 grades.
See, at that point, you just do what me and Danny and Nick do. You just go to the next school and beat up all of them, and then take over the school. That's what we would do.
Oh yeah, Fist of Summit.
Anyways, just go right to violence. Man, this show is cute. It was so cool. I love all the way it looks. It's so cute. What were some of your favorite moments? Mine was all of it.
I think, honestly, when they gathered the the wood to make the treehouse, and then all of a sudden the wood was gone, so they had to
yeah.
pretty
it got
much
disposed
like a lot
of
of
yeah.
it was at the end kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This beach episode was really good, and that was kind of like the moment where she was kind of contemplating, like, should I join? Because I think Serufu was all like, you should join us, and she was kind of like still being like, I'm better than you kind of thing.
Aloof or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So that one was cute. Yeah, it's just a very chill show, and I really enjoyed it. I loved just the color palette that was chosen for this show. Is very subtle, and it's very easy on the eyes. So
Yeah, it reminds me of Azukin a little bit.
a little bit, but like less like hectic and chaotic.
Different themes than that one.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to. Oh, I don't know. Actually, it's kind of similar. It's kind of its own thing. Because it's similar to like Super Cub, but not really. It's not as Iyashike. It's not an Iyashike. It's just like a light comedy, like a feel good show.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not just basking in the ambience, you know.
Right.
You're actually like characters are talking and they're doing stuff. So yeah, it's more of it's a fluffier Azukin, I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My favorite moments were anytime Jobko was on screen, because she was a bossy genius lolly, and it was hilarious.
I also think it was hilarious anytime Serufu got hurt.
Yeah. So all the time.
She's covered in band-aids.
And she's just such aloof. Like, she's all like, yeah, I fell. It's fine.
She's like, my bad. Like,
But she does get a little nervous later on, where she feels like she's not helping out enough.
yeah.
And she like works to get better at it, which is good. And like, she's actually secretly really smart, like they all are. They all get like top 5 in their class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Good show. Everyone should watch it. Okay, so we're hitting some of the stragglers down here. What did you guys watch? I don't think I watched anything else beyond that.
I think that's it for me. Danny, anything else? I did almost finish Pop Team Epic Season 2. I have yet to finish it, though. Everybody watch Pop Team Epic.
I'll take a pass on that. I watched the Raven Consort. I forget. Oh my
Raven
gosh.
of the Inner Palace.
Yes. Mal
one
has
with the
it
really
in the
cool main
Japanese
waifu?
name, and
Yeah,
I'm
Mal
so like,
Mal is so ridiculous. I hate how they do that.
Koukyu no Karas.
Yeah, I feel like people slept on this, and they shouldn't. This show is really great. It's very subtle. It's not like, it doesn't rush into anything like that. It introduces you the characters that need to be introduced. It's slightly episodic, but sometimes each episode does go, like, you kind of have to know what happens in the previous episodes in order to know what's going on in the current one and stuff. So, but
There's like an overarching,
yeah, I actually thought I wasn't going to be able to finish this, but I actually managed to finish this before we recorded, so I was actually really happy that I did finish it. Because it's great. It also has a really solid dub, which is great, because it's about the Chinese Empire, and a lot of these names I'm just all like, I have no idea. I think honestly the only person that I can pronounce their name is Juju, and that's it.
Yeah, Chinese names are really hard to pronounce, because like Thunderbolt Fantasy had the same problem.
Yeah, so I was just all like, oh, there's a dub, great. I'm going to watch that so that I don't have to hurt my head every time I'm trying to pronounce this character's name. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. I really, really enjoyed it. It's kind of like XSX Holic and Mushishi, a little bit like Hyoka as well. It's that, you know, kind of solve the mystery kind of thing. Very supernatural stuff. Yeah, it's great. I really, 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 really loved the animation. The character, I think this is honestly top tier character design, at least for the main character.
Yeah, I love her design. I love
Like,
it.
she's so pretty, so gorgeous, so well detailed and well thought out on like how she's supposed to look and everything like that. And also like I learned a lot about Chinese royalty and like how a royal court in China is kind of like, which was really interesting. So kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole slightly, but not completely. So, but some of my favorite moments, honestly, was probably one of the later episodes that I watched today, and it was about I think it's a Chinese guitar. I think it's called a loom or something like that. I'm not sure what it was, but just the music in that particular episode was top notch. It was very, very good. I really enjoyed the animation in it, especially when the main character managed to get the spirit out of the cursed item that was, I guess, like the item of the day. So, yeah, it was so gorgeous. I think everybody should honestly watch this and give it a shot. I mean, it may not be something for you because it is slightly a little slow because it's a lot of dialogue. So it is kind of like that mystery kind of thing. So it's a little bit of a sleeper and a slow pace kind of thing. But once you get into it, I think people are just going to want to, you know, find out what happens and everything like that. And I did also watch the Babylonian Princess. I think I pronounced that
Princess?
right.
Bibliophile?
Bibliophile Princess, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was good. Probably not as good as any of the other romance that I have watched, but it definitely, like, I still watched it from the very end and everything, and it's decent, it's good. So it's about Ileana, and she gets engaged to the crown prince, everything like that, and she's a bookworm. So, and then there's like some controversies that happens and stuff, and she actually does in the end kind of get jealous. There's like some drama that happens and like rumors that goes around about her fiance and stuff. So it's okay. I mean, they definitely don't prolong the romance that happens in it. So it's not like, are they gonna kiss? Like, they actually freaking kiss right away. I think by like episode 2 they finally kiss. So and like the prince is a fucking player. Like, he always wants to be with Ileana, always wants to like hug her and hold her and like kiss her and stuff, especially at the end. And like anytime they like try to like smooch it out, someone kind of goes like and Christopher, who's the prince, he's all like, someone is always in the way, god damn it. Like, he always gets frustrated. So it's pretty cute. Yeah, so it's cute. Probably not the best, but it's definitely, I think it's worth watching if you're really into romance, that is. So yeah, that's
sounds
about
good.
it. And I'm watching Yaomushi Pedal, but that's going into
Sure.
the next season. So
And Megaton Musashi season 2. I haven't seen season 1, but it's one I want to watch. It's like one of the ones I mentioned earlier with Ed's question. So, anyway, I think that's all I got.
What are our favorites of the season?
Ooh, I think for me,
are we doing the OPED and anime of the year or season?
I think so. Let's do let's do our favorite OPED real quick. My favorites, we'll do Sam, Danny, Nick order. How about that? Favorite OP for me.
Oh, this is easy. I got it.
Favorite OP for me was probably... Actually, favorite OP Andy for me was probably Urusei Yatsura.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Urusei
honestly
Yatsura.
fair.
Yeah, for both. What about Danny?
Oh, this is so hard because there are good ones.
I'll go second. Do you need time to think? I can just
No,
go.
you know what? Honestly, like I'm gonna go with Urusei Yatsura for my favorite OP, and I'll go ED. I'll go with Do It Yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
I thought you were going to take Spy X Family, but I'll take it.
I mean,
Shit.
you can take it.
Shut.
I mean, listen, like
I was going to take it anyway, even if you picked it.
the Spy X Family, I think honestly is on another level, so that's why I would pick it.
It's cheating. And I'm surprised nobody took any Chainsaw Man EDs. I will take
Go
Spy
ahead, go take
Family,
'em, I don't care.
OP, Chainsaw Man ED, pretty much any of them, but my favorite is episode 3.
Yeah, so I fucked up on that because like there was a when I watched Chainsaw Man, I binged it, so I was like skipping all the EDs. So what
I'll just go watch them on YouTube.
What I was gonna, that's what I was gonna do before we recorded, and then I forgot to do that. So that was,
Dude, so you've never seen any of them?
I watched one of them, I think. I don't remember.
Oh
which
my
one it was.
god!
Yeah,
These are like OP level of quality. They're
I
better
fumbled.
than like 99% of anime OPs.
I fumbled
It's
the bag.
insane.
I fumbled the bag.
So good.
I don't know
I
about
watched.
that.
Oh, I did watch the Maximum the Hormone one because you.
I would
picked
say
it.
about half of them are better than most anime OPs.
I did watch the Maximum the Hormone one because you picked it for our radio hour, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I love Maximum the Hormone. So, but yeah.
But like that, anime doesn't do that because it's not very cost effective to make
Right.
crazy EDs like that because people just skip past them a lot.
But they just went and did it.
Yeah, or they'll make one really good one, but that's it, like Anohana
Right.
or whatever. But yeah, anyway,
Anime
anime of the season.
of the season for me. I mean, it's very up there with it's either DIY or Bocchi, but I gotta just say Bocchi just because the music, being in a band. I relate to being in a band in high school, being nervous, an anxious kid, getting up there and whatever. The great animation, the great character design, and the comedy in man. The comedy in it was just, oh man, so good. I loved it. Bocchi the Rock for me, I think.
To you, Danny.
Oh, me?
If you don't say it in 5 seconds, it's going to be Bibliophile Princess.
Oh God.
That's gonna be.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I really did enjoy some of these in fall, but I didn't like love them. You know, like
Okay, what's your your most least favorite?
that doesn't make sense.
Which one did you hate the least?
No. You know what? I'm gonna go with
Also, for the record, I didn't say Urusei Yatsura because it's not finished, so I just want to say that.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with anime of the season, Raven of the Inner Palace.
Nice,
Sure,
nice one.
let's go with that. Yeah, like honestly, I really liked that
Repping the
one.
Jose.
Good answer.
So,
Good answer.
I'm
Good
gonna
answer.
go. I'm gonna go with that because
Good
it
answer.
it needs more love. It honestly needs
It
more.
needs
love.
more visibility.
Yeah, yeah.
Good answer. Good answer. Okay, knock.
I'm going to copy Sam and say Bocchi.
Nah, I can't go wrong with that. It's a good answer. Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
In middle
Good
school,
answer.
they called me "Hey" and "You there."
Hey, and you there?
I miss my cardboard box.
Cardboard box.
Oh man,
Dude, don't get me, Danny, and Nick on Family Feud because, like,
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like, have you guys seen when RuPaul went on Family Feud?
Yeah, dude, it was so funny.
Dude, like, it's up there. It's up there.
It's up there. Me and Nick,
Is that
Nick
the drag race one?
Yeah, Nick says some ridiculous answer to Steve Harvey, and he's just like, God damn it. And then me and Danny are in the back. Good answer. Good answer.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's like Always Sunny. Wasn't Charlie on that or something?
yeah, I think he
I
was.
feel like that was an episode of Always Sunny, or maybe not. He's like saying dragons or something, and it made no fucking sense. But like Mac in the audience had said it.
I just like when he was like, there was that one, it went viral. It was like, he's like, all right, finish this sentence. Pork, and then he goes, "You pine,"
God.
and then everyone, all his family was like, "Good answer." Oh man, hey, let us know some of your favorite shows of the season.
It's weird because Chainsaw Man was really great.
Chainsaw Man was
A
really
lot of people
great.
would pick that one, and they would be right. But
Yes.
Bocchi is just hit the right note for me.
Yeah, me too.
Despite complaining about a little tiny bit of CG, which is
Me
barely
too.
in it.
Me too. And if I didn't love the manga, like I love the manga of Chainsaw Man a little better than the anime. So for me, it was Bocchi as well. And
I like the Gundam show. That was just such a hit the right spot for me, like right at the right moment.
yeah,
too. It was a
honestly,
good one.
oh man, yo, I'm an Audible. Got a Witch from Mercury. Let's go.
Audibling? Okay.
Audible
We have
up.
3 different ones.
Oh, bitch.
And Spy Family is it's very good, but like it's not quite anime of the season good.
Yeah, the first part was a little more enjoyable. Yeah.
I would say that like I don't think it does anything badly at all. It's just like
No.
it doesn't
Doesn't-
quite hit the
I
highs.
mean,
you know?
the reason why Spy Family isn't my anime of the season is because I think honestly I like the manga a lot more.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love watching it. It's so fun. I it always puts a smile on my face, but it's definitely like it's good, but it's not like anime of the season good. It's just kind of like curl up on your couch with a blanket and just watch something fun.
Thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
I will say this: fall season, great season. Just a great season.
This is a tough season. I think.
Yeah.
I think some of these other ones would have won it in another season, but yeah, stacked.
Yep. And also this season, I discovered that I love crocheting and watching anime at the same time. Very therapeutic. More therapeutic than the one time where, I used to do this thing where, I would have Trisha take throwing knives and she would stand about 10 feet behind me and I would just put on an anime and she would just throw knives right next to me. So it would zoom right by my face and go right into the wall in front of me. And the fear would make me pee a little bit while I watch anime. Just
Sam, you're like, I gotta finish this before the podcast.
yeah. I'm
You
like,
have to write a little book report as she's throwing knives at you.
yeah.
You have to watch it and understand it.
You just gotta pee a little bit, yeah, dude. Anyway, yeah,
Hard
dude.
mode. You have to understand all of Gundam.
Hard mode, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Let us know some of your favorite shows this season, and of course, get excited because now that 2022 is over, we do our annual summies where we do our top 10 shows of the 2022. Okay, and yeah, dude. And then plus we got some more excited stuff coming up for talking about 2022 and all that good stuff. Okay, so and then also get hyped for again next week the first season of Strike Witches, which I believe came out in 2006, 2007, and then also I'm watching Kaiba. Me and Nick traded those shows, so if you want to watch those, get hyped for that so you can listen to that
And I
episode.
think they're on Crunchyroll. Both of them?
Yes.
Yes. Kaiba
Yes.
came out roughly 2008. So yeah, we're preparing slowly for our best of the decade from 2000 to 2009. That's why
Yeah.
we're doing that.
Yes. So
We'll eventually get to it.
yep. So that being said, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening every week. And I've been Sam. That's been Nick. That's been Danny. That's been Honey Bear. That's been Luna. That's been that bottle of ketchup I have on the top of my mini fridge. I don't know why it tipped over like that. Probably because I hit it when I was having sex earlier. which I didn't have because I haven't had it in 5 years. So I don't know why I said that, because honestly I've been having such a weird mode of anxiety lately that I haven't been able to get it up, but that's okay. And this has been the Anime Summit Podcast.